Bad car alarm. And what did I see first today? It was basically this email. Apparently it's from DJI, and they're basically saying they have like another, I guess, product announcement or something. It says transform your world, and as I saw it, it said another 4 days and 16 hours. Who knows what this one is? It seems like the teaser revolved around things like cats, outdoors, and the party and so forth. So what could it potentially be? I don't know what else they could get into that's non-drone related, because they make it sound like it's a toy in many ways. Then again, I guess a lot of people do see drones as just toys too, correct? Depending on what you're flying and all that. I guess for new product launches and stuff like that from that company, I don't know why people are spreading this. It says like here, DJI Mavic 2 Pro Plus and DJI Mavic 2 Zoom Plus likely to be launched in 2020. And apparently they linked to this site like on the DJI section. It basically has all these compliant lists. Like for this one in particular, it says EU Declaration of Conformity, and there's things like a Mavic 2 Pro Plus where they're speculating it's like a new product. Although realistically, when you look at the actual specs when you click in, the only difference is one of them is with the smart controller and one isn't. This makes me think of how many times, like, I guess, quote, rumor sites, even like with a bunch of hardware cameras and stuff, they just write anything like that, I guess. I would think personally it's still way too early for them to release another revision. Unless the competition has something crazy coming out, like I said about that Sky deal, then maybe that'll change everything. Because they seem more like a company where they have like a bunch of stuff stashed up and they'll only kind of release it when they feel the need, like the pressure from competition and so forth. I thought this was kind of a funny tweet. It says here it's from the Colorado Parks and Wildlife Southeast region. And apparently they were using drones, I guess, to monitor sheep, like from places where they can't access. And just as the wording is kind of interesting, just based on things like hysteria and I guess general misinformation. It says new technology helps CO Parks Wildlife survey bighorn sheep on steep mountain slopes. Friday, we took our drone to spy sheep on inaccessible canyon walls. Here, licensed drone pilot CPW officer Ben Mayer launched and retrieved his drone as he scanned Devil's Playground on Pikes Peak. Like, to me, that seems pretty normal. You're basically using a tool to better help monitor the animals, I guess, for study purposes and all that. But the fact that afterwards they actually say, Friday, we took our drone to spy? Why do you even need to use the word spy here? It's like, are people just so used to that? Like when you have drones flying around capturing images, like you wouldn't say that for like a helicopter, would you? We're spying on the sheeps here. It's almost like people have been taught way too much from things like media and all that, that anything from a drone flying over capturing footage from places that are inaccessible is now considered spying. When will the silliness end with stuff like this? I've been wanting to do more tests in flying like the drone in the controlled airspace and all that. I'm just trying to find a good area to actually do it and the time and so forth. And in terms of flying in a controlled airspace, I was actually approached by someone where apparently he wanted like some drone captures in a restricted area. It's pretty much near the airport. They actually were thinking about doing it, I guess, for themselves first, but I guess they can't obviously because they don't have the license and all that. So they asked me if I was willing to do it, so I was debating if I should. And that kind of brought me up to one of the negatives in terms of not being able to get, I guess, instant approval for flying in a restricted airspace when you're going to fly it so low anyways. Like I was looking at the weather for next week. Apparently they say here around like the Vancouver area and stuff like that, we're basically expecting rain. So imagine me doing all this work and so forth to get the thing approved. You go on the actual day, oh, it's raining. Now we can't fly anymore. It's like, what's the point? It seems like the only safe way is to literally make a proposal to fly in that zone to get it approved and just submit it for the whole week, the exact same thing, just in case one of those days works out. I mean, it's kind of silly in my opinion. Alright, see you guys later.